What's good, guys? It's Khalil Jamar. Hope that all is well with you guys. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If this is not your first time on my channel, welcome back. Now, one of the biggest problems that you may face in the gym is a plateau. What a plateau is basically when you stop seeing results, you stop progressing, and sometimes what even happens, which is even worse than not progressing, is you start to go backwards and your results get worse. To give you an example of what a plateau may look like, I'll give you an example with myself. There was a time, I want to say maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, where I was able to bench 315 pounds for sets of 3. Later that month, I couldn't even do 315 for 1 rep. Now, of course, this kind of freaked me out because I had thought that I had gotten weaker, but after doing a little bit of research, I just realized I may be hitting a plateau and that I needed to do certain things to address the problem that I was having. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the reasons you might be seeing a plateau if you're going through it. If you're not, these are still things you want to pay attention to just so you can minimize the chance of you going through a plateau. Not only am I going to tell you the reasons you're seeing a plateau, but I'm also going to tell you how to address them. So one of the reasons that you may be seeing a plateau is because you're constantly working off of maximal effort. Now, as I mentioned in the example I gave with myself, I was able to bench press 315 pounds for sets of 3. But these sets did put a lot of stress on me. In the video, you can see that I was not moving 315 easily. When I look back at it, I had horrendous form. I was bouncing the weight off my chest, was using momentum from the bounce. And after kind of realizing this and looking at how I was moving 315 pounds, I really decided to go back and focus on technique and making sure that I was recruiting the correct muscle groups that would help me get the weight off my chest instead of just, in my opinion, I was cheating and just using momentum to get the weight off my chest. What I did was lowered the weight and focused on moving the weight where I didn't have to give maximal effort. What I tried to do was focus on moving the weight in a way where I had to give only mid-level effort. Doing this not only allowed me to consistently see progress, but it also allowed my body to recover so that I could keep up with the progress that I was having. Now, if you constantly go off of maximal effort, your body will eventually become too fatigued to progress. And if your body is too fatigued to do the work, a couple of things are going to happen. You're either going to get to that plateau or you're going to get to that wall where you no longer see results because you're physically going to be unable to do the work, which happened with me, or you're going to put yourself at a risk for injury because you're overworking yourself. Now, another reason you may see a plateau is because you're not working on different variations of a certain workout or of a certain lift. To give you an example, if you see a plateau on back squats, while lowering the weight and working on technique is something that's going to help. If you work on variations such as pause squats, front squats, tempo squats, these are all things that are going to help you break through a plateau and help minimize the chance of you going through a plateau. Now, if you want to learn a little bit about the different variations for lifts such as bench press and deadlift, definitely DM me on IG at KhalilJamarM and I'll help you out. The last reason I'm going to give you as to why you might be seeing a plateau is because you're not taking care of yourself outside of the gym. If you're not doing things like getting enough rest, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night on a consistent basis, your body is not going to be able to perform at its most optimal level. Alongside sleep, if you're not eating correctly and you're putting junk into your body, the best kind of analogy I can give is it's like putting 87 gas in an Audi. You're not going to be able to perform and you're going to be damaging your ability to progress. Another side tip I'm going to tell you, if you're looking to break past a plateau and get stronger, ideally you do want to eat more, you do want to consume more, just to give your body that extra energy that it does need in order to get stronger and that it does need to get to progress. It's going to be very hard for you to move more weight if you're not eating enough and your calorie intake is not matching the energy level that you're putting into the gym. Those are some of the ways that you can help break through a plateau and end your plateau. If a plateau is something that has not happened to you, these are still things that you want to look out for and pay attention to, just again so you can minimize the chance of going through a plateau. That's the end of the video. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you have any tips of your own, definitely leave that down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.